Alright everyone, welcome to the stream. There were a few technical hiccups there, I think. I started streaming a little early. Anyway, welcome to Quiz Night here on the internet. My name is Barry Harkin. If there's anyone here who doesn't know me, I hosted trivia on Capitol Hill, Seattle for about a decade, and I just thought we'd have a wee quiz night as a bit of fun. The rules are going to be very simple. If you are in a room with a bunch of people who want to play against one another, then feel free. That's a lot simpler for me. If you'd like to compete against anyone else playing in the chat, who are mostly going to be friends of mine or former people who drank at my pub, then you can email me. Email me, first of all, right now, your team names, and you can send those to thequizmister@gmail.com or to Twitter @Quizmister. Either one works for me. Other than that, yeah, you can't really yell out answers here, so it's going to be a lot simpler than usual. The rounds this evening are going to be episode name trivia for TV. There's going to be a round of general knowledge, a movie round right at the end, but before that we're going to do a round on myths and legends. Can anyone hear me? Is everything going fine? Say hello in the chat, because I have no idea if I'm here. That's no. Okay. You see. Hola. All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate letting me know. I got this microphone about 8 seconds ago. I still don't have a decent webcam. For that, I apologize. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing this again, and by then I hope to have a better camera and lighting setup. At the moment, we will make do with this strangeness. I also have some very weird overlays. I don't like being on camera as a general rule, and I'm going to keep my chit-chat to an absolute minimum. We'll get started about 1:15. If you want to mute the stream while you talk to other people in your teams, go right ahead. I'm going to put a very subtle little... Here, let me set it up 1 second. Pardon me. There we go. Nice and subtle, so that if you have it muted and you want to come back to me, then all we have to do is, yeah, look at that. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and close that. The rest of the game is probably going to be played more like this. Bam. So that I can have enough space on the screen in order to put up the actual questions at the end of each round. I'll put up the written questions. That way you'll be able to go over them in review. As far as cheating goes, don't. I mean, there's no prizes, so why would you? What else do I have to cover? Anything else? Yay, people can hear me. That certainly helps. Hey, Andy, Michael, Liz. So I might actually, for those people who don't know me, once again, I started hosting trivia when I was 17 at Bound for Boston in Derry, Northern Ireland, a town that takes its pub trivia very weirdly seriously. It's in the sports section of the paper where I'm from. My dad hosted my whole life. Yeah, other than that, you don't really need to know anything about me. I have a funny accent, that you do need to know. I pronounce very specific phonemes differently. OU, W sounds. I'll spell anything you need me to. Yeah, let's get started in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put on the Be Right Back. I would add music to it, but I'm so afraid of a copyright strike, specifically because I needed to risk it for the movie round at the end, because it's going to become a thing. It's going to become a thing. Bear with me one moment, and I'll be right back. Take two. I'm really glad we get a take two on that because I said some very, very, very silly things. I was muted. Hey everyone, that was my wife Darcy. By the way, just so you know, I don't have a monitor in front of me. It's over there because otherwise I would have to stare at my own big stupid face, and that sounds like an actual nightmare. Same goes for the chat. That's all over there. What I was saying initially was it's nice to see the Deep Fryers here, who were a regular team with me back at the Iron Bull in Wallingford. I haven't hosted in about 2 years, 3 years. Ever since I got a proper grown-ups person's job. I'm not a social worker, believe it or not. Other than that, much the same. It's going to be a little less sweary than usual, just because apparently there are people playing I don't know, which seems both improbable and wonderful. So go ahead. For those of you who just joined, I just saw a bunch of people chime in. Go ahead and send me your team names to thequizmister@gmail.com or to my Twitter at Quizmister. If you're just playing at home with like a couple teams you've set up with friends, that's great. Go right ahead. Go nuts. Anyone who wants to compete against the other people in the chat, send me your team name. It looks as though the easiest way to do this, rather than doing 1, 2, 3, submit your answers, is at the end of each round, if you just email me your answers and I'll score them super quick, do the final results at the end. We'll see what happens. This is the first time doing this. Not 100% sure it'll work. Round 1 will be a nice, simple TV round. Nothing super exciting there. Sounds great, doesn't it? Then we'll do a mythological creatures round, general knowledge, and finally a movie round that I am inordinately proud of, which took up more time than all of the rest of the rounds. Every single one of the themes, I got halfway through writing the round before realizing that I'd already written one, and so I just used that. And that's because I have written, in the last decade, 16,000 questions thereabouts. A couple of repeats, mostly about Die Hard or Quantum Leap. Iron Bull, hey. The pups are very well, in case you're wondering. We may have special appearances by Dottie and Mr. Cookies. Not so much Bun the Rabbit. Yeah, that's his name. I was not consulted. Will not be making an appearance. He's a very private bun. He likes his privacy. He's going home. It is now almost 1:15. We're going to get started at 1:15 with the questions. If between questions you want to mute me, go right ahead. I'm not interesting. The less chat after this point, after 1:15, there will there will be very little of the chit chat because I want you guys to be able to talk to each other, be in a room. If you guys want to play as teams remotely, that's up to you. That's great. When it comes to cheating, it's a lot easier to not cheat if you're in a room with a bunch of people. That's a lot more fun. Why would you cheat? It would seem weird. Anyway, the prize is nothing. Next week, we'll be doing this on Wednesday at the same time. I'll keep reminding you guys, and I'll put out another event just like this week. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it immensely. Let's start with round number 1, shall we? Can't find my mouse. Okay, let's go. Round number 1 is a TV round. Remember, open up a document on whatever device you have. I'm sure you have more than one. It can be hard sometimes to both listen to YouTube if you're doing it on a phone and type in an email. Do your best. I don't care about spelling at all. Within reason. If you type a completely different word, that's not really an issue. I don't have to worry about handwriting. I suspect this is going to be actually easier than most pub trivia. If there's anyone here from Dunn's Trivia, Raven Trivia, Rat and Raven was another place, please let me know in the chat. It would please me immensely. This round is 12 questions long. I will name episode titles from a TV show. Just name the TV show. Simple as that. I'll be muting my microphone between questions. It'll be about 2 minutes between questions. Duns. R.I.P. Duns. I still have the microphone for trivia at Duns. It has pride of place in my home. I tried to find a way to use it for this, but it was shit. It turns out I'm as bad at eye contact with a webcam as I am in real life. I've got a head full of bad brain wiring. I will do my best. I'll also try to speak more slowly. I'm just genuinely very excited. This is fun. One last thing. This is free, obviously, but any donation you can make to the Seattle Hospitality Emergency Fund would be greatly appreciated. Trivia wouldn't work without bartenders, and they're struggling right now. So anyone, whatever you can donate would be wonderful. If you are yourself a bartender or a restaurant worker, obviously don't bother. If you can't afford it for one reason or another, don't bother. Enjoy. Slancha. I've been looking forward to saying this for some time. Round number 1, question number 1, episode name trivia. Everybody ready to rock and roll? You can donate at the GoFundMe. You'll find the link in the Facebook event page. Good question. Thank you so much. If there's anything I'm not explaining correctly, please let me know. Because it's the first time I'm doing this, making it up as I go along. Probably overcomplicating it just a scotch. For example, do tell me if I have my phone muted, or my microphone muted. Because it's my first time setting one of these suckers up. And I'm not going to lie, it's beautiful. I'll stop moving the microphone. Here, let me get down to Minivision, because that'll be nicer. There we go. I have some bits and bobs up here that I will be adding. Let's see, we've got the search, we've got timer. I will be doing a 10-minute timer at certain points, probably at the end of each round. I'll put up a 10-minute timer, and I just want you to submit the emails by then. If you start playing and you decide to stop playing, send me an email and let me know, and then I'll stop waiting for you to submit your answers. If anyone has a better idea of how this could work, please let me know. Other than that, as I say again, I just said that as an excuse to say this twice. Round number 1, question number 1. Name the television show, which featured episode titles: Holy Crap, When You Wish Upon a Weinstein, The Father, the Son, and the Holy Fawns. Just want you to name the TV show that had episode titles: Holy Crap, When You Wish Upon a Weinstein, The Father, the Son, and the Holy Fawns. And I just realized that in that question, this might be a clue. One of those episodes did not air because it was considered too offensive at the time. It has since aired, but I thought that would help. So again, for the last time. Oh, by the way, I will, at the end of the round, post the written questions on the screen. I was going to have a running scroll, but it's too distracting, he said, sitting in front of the Valley Forge from Silent Running. I thought that would be nicer. I'm not a smart man. Question number 2. Name the TV show that had titles. Emailing answers to thequizmister@gmail.com. Thequizmister@gmail.com. First, send me a team name, whatever you like. Keep it short. We're doing episode name trivia to start off, because I thought we could do some TV to start off with, and we'll do some general knowledge, myths and monsters, and a movie round. I'm not sure about the length either. We'll be doing 4 rounds. That might be standard, might change. Let me know. Number 2, name a TV show which had episodes entitled Future Boy, Mirror Image, and The Leap Home. Question number 2 again. Name the TV show that featured episodes entitled Future Boy, Mirror Image, and The Leap Home. I'll repeat every question at least twice. There will not be repeats at the end because I'll be putting the text up on the screen. Isn't that nice? Why don't I just do that? Because otherwise, wouldn't you just read a quiz book? You know, if you are going to read a quiz book, Fred Worth writes the best ones. Okay, question number 3. Name the TV show. I'll probably keep repeating that. Which featured episodes entitled Bringing Up Buster, Justice is Blind, and For British Eyes Only. Which TV show had episodes entitled Bringing Up Buster, Justice is Blind, and For British Eyes Only. Is anyone here who doesn't know me? Because this is genuinely wonderful. This is exactly what I expected. Or not expected, is what I was hoping for. This is really what I wanted. Hi, guys. Number 4. Name the TV show. Episode titles. Really? Hey, Stephanie, that's wonderful. Which show had episodes entitled Everybody Hates Hugo, Whatever Happened, Happened, and what Kate did. Which TV show had episode titles Everybody Hates Hugo, Whatever Happened, Happened, and What Kate Did? Well, I don't know you either. Yeah, go ahead and email all of your answers. But first of all, your team name. That way I can put you on the spreadsheet before we go to a break. Next week, I will have actual commercial breaks, which will just be old Irish TV commercials that are stranger than you could possibly imagine. And no, I won't be doing the terrorism one. If you want to see that, just go to YouTube and type in Northern Ireland Cats in the Cradle. It's worse than you could possibly imagine. Number 5, name the TV show. Episode titles are The One with the Yeti, The One with the Monkey, and The Last One. Name the TV show that had episodes entitled The One with the Yeti, The One with the Monkey, and The Last One. Thanks, Pazuzu. thequizmister@gmail.com. Whoever is out there with the Gmail address Quizmister and the twitch.tv, answer your emails, man. Number 6. Name the TV show that had episodes entitled Farewell and a Man. Goodbye, Farewell and a Man, Yankee Doodle Doctor, and Carry On Hawkeye. Which TV show had episodes entitled Goodbye, Farewell, and a Man, Yankee Doodle Doctor, and Carry On Hawkeye? These will get harder, just so you know. The golden rule for trivia with me is some of these questions are going to seem impossibly difficult and some incredibly easy, depending on whether or not you already knew the answer. That's just how it works. Everyone's getting the same questions, so it should be a bit of fun. If you don't want to submit your answers, you can just play along for fun. And then you can look at your score and compare it to, well, frankly, a bunch of my drunken friends. Question number 7. Name the TV show. The episode titles are The Smelly Car, The Lip Reader, and The Bubble Boy. Name the TV show that had episode titles The Lip Reader, The Smelly Car, and The Bubble Boy. I just realized there's some audio coming out of my monitor. There we go. One more time. Number 7, The Bubble Boy, The Smelly Car, and The Lip Reader. Question number 8. Name the TV show. Episode titles are Tunguska, Deep Throat, and Little Green Man. Number 8. Name the TV show that had the episode titles Deep Throat, Little Green Man, and Tunguska, spelled Tunguska. Tunguska, Tunguska, not Tungunska. Genuinely didn't even realize that the chat is showing up on the screen, and can anyone read that? Because I'm colorblind and it looks just awful. Let me see what I can do. It'll have to wait till a break. Number 9. Name the TV show. 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes in every fish. Like Father, Like Clown, and The Otto Show. For those of you who don't know my trivia very well, I have trouble with OW sounds. That's a perfect example. Like Father, Like Clown. I will please you with my attempt at an American accent. Like Father, Like Clown. Ugh, just sounds awful. 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes in every fish. Like Father, Like Clown, and The Otto Show. OTTO. Number 10. Name the TV show with episode titles. By the way, there will be 12. As soon as I'm done and you're happy with your answers, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. But submit your answers. Go get yourself a drink. And I'll be back with round number 2, which will be general knowledge. Yes, I know I keep changing the order. It just depends on how everything goes. Number 10. Name the TV show. The episode titles are The Naked Time, Balance of Terror, and Space Seed. Name the TV show that had those episode titles. Space Seed, Balance of Terror, and The Naked Time. Please don't what? Going to Thomas Street Market. Nah, I'm actually good. Never mind. All right. Number 11 of 12. Name the TV show. Jules' boot is made for walking. Mr. Wu and Unauthorized Cinnamon. Which TV show had episode titles? Jules' boot is made for walking. Mr. Wu and Unauthorized Cinnamon. Name the TV show. Simple as that. I won't American accent again. I apologize immensely. Yeah, 10 minutes should be enough between rounds. It's, since I don't have to look around and see, who's back at their table, it should be a lot easier. Oh, my face. The really terrible thing about this awful, awful webcam is that you can't tell what my badge says. It says, how's it going to end? In this case, with a movie round. Number 12. Last question. Not really a question. Doesn't end a question mark. Number 12. Name the TV show. The episode titles are The View from Halfway Down, The Horny Unicorn, and Hooray! Todd Episode. Which TV show had had episodes entitled The View from Halfway Down, The Horny Unicorn, and Hooray! Todd Episode. For those of you who joined us a little late, I'm going to put all of those questions on the screen, as well as a 10-minute timer. I won't do repeats, or as we call them, repeats. Because, obviously, if you have more questions, I'll still be on the chat. You just won't be able to see my face because that's an actual nightmare. Here we go. Hey everyone, I'm going to be back in 1 second with the answers to round number 1. And I'm very much back. Okay. I haven't actually scored the rounds yet. I did take a look at the answers, or your submitted answers. Very nice. We currently have officially playing teams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams, which is very healthy. One of which consists of 8 people. So that'll skew the numbers a little bit. As I say, there's no prize, so who even cares? If you actually let me know how many people are playing along with you, that would probably help me for reasons. Pazuzu there is asking me to say everyone's team names, but here's the thing. Some team names only get said if they place. Usually. This is our first Quizmister quarantine. I hope you're all doing well and safe and happy. Here are the team names in no particular order. Team 1 is Tiger Tracks. Team 2, Annie Get Your Guillotine. Number 3 is Venetian Pirate Queen. Then we have the Deep Fryers. Welcome back, guys. Team SeaTac. Hello, all. The Crash Craddock, Mr. Z. Team Discovery Channel. Yet another team insisting on putting the word team in front of their team name in case I thought you were actually the Discovery Channel. You never know. Scumps is the second to last team, and the final team this evening are the Downtown Hufflepuff Power Hour. Anyway, once again, that's the Downtown Hufflepuff Power Hour. I will let you know the standings only at the end. I don't know how long it's going to take me to score this with so many screens open. It's a new thing. We will try our best. I'll also post the results and questions and answers and everything on the website, quizmister.com. Scoops. Let's go ahead and get the answers to round number 1. If you haven't submitted them yet, I'll let me have a quick look and see if any last minutes, just in case. I don't want anyone to miss out. Oh, très bien. And we have a new team. Welcome, please. Welcome, Booty and the Hoefish. Welcome to the game. Venetian Pirate Queen is playing solo. Kudos. Tough fun playing solo is the inclination to not cheat, but to look up the answer afterwards. Go right ahead. It's your game. I don't mind. There's no judgment on Wedby. Here are the answers in full. I think it'll be easier if we just pop them up on the screen and I go through them real quick. And here let's see, what are the odds of this working? Oh, I nearly brought up the answers to a completely different round. Here are the answers. Number 1, holy crap, when you wish upon a Weinstein, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Fawns was from Family Guy. When you wish upon a Weinstein didn't originally air, but was included in the first season DVD box set, later aired. Number 2, Future Boy, the Leap Home and Mirror Image. It was Quantum Leap. That's the second Quantum Leap reference so far, for those of you keeping track. I just checked to see if my microphone works. Future Boy, the Leap Home and Mirror Image are from Quantum Leap, bringing up Buster, Justice is Blind, and for British Eyes Only, our Arrested Development. Just realized I'm looking at a screen when I should be, in theory, looking at you guys, but that just sounds like a nightmare. Here we go. Episode answers. Oh dear. The next one is everybody. It's Ugo. What Kate did. What happened is Lost. The one with the monkey. You can read. There you go. Friends, MASH, Seinfeld, The X-Files, The Simpsons, Star Trek. Deadwood was my favorite for Unauthorized Cinnamon. One of the best episodes of anything ever. And finally, The View from Halfway Down, The Horny Unicorn, and Hooray! Todd episode. The interminable, depressing, and wonderful BoJack Horseman. Round number 2 will be general knowledge. I believe it's not a Today in History, but I could have done that. I just didn't. Let's go ahead and hide that. and hide that. Thank you very much. All right, let's check the chat. Apologies if I didn't get one of your team names. Okay. No, I didn't actually. Well, if you go ahead and send that again, Viv. I didn't get it. All right. Round number 2. Let's have a look at our general knowledge round. No theme, no hidden secret theme. I sometimes do that. There will be a theme for the final round, which will be painfully obvious and worth exactly 0 points. So let's go ahead and pull up the questions. Whoops. Yoink. And there we are. I'll pull up the answer sheet because that certainly helps. Questions, general answers. Apologies, it'll be smoother the next time, I promise. Alright. Here are the general knowledge questions. There will be 10, I believe. Let's have a wee look. There will be 10 questions. Nice short questions. Don't care about spelling with the answers. Let's just carry on. If you have any questions. But there's no theme. There will be a theme for other things. This is trying to keep it simple. He said, again, spaceship. Please feel free to send me an email and criticize me if there's anything specific about this that doesn't work. I just thought with the boiler suit and the mustache, it made some sense. General knowledge. Again, email thequizmister@gmail.com. You can jump in at any round. I don't care. That sounds fun. Whatever. Round number 2. Question number 1. During the 1700s, how were witches typically executed in Europe? One more time. During the 1700s, by what method were witches typically executed in Europe? Oh, I suppose I can lose the submit all answers now. And it's gone. Oh. Vivian, just go ahead and send it in. I don't mind. I'm not going to assume the worst. I mean, who would cheat at this? What kind of... Oh, vault. Question number 2. Question number 1, one more time. During the 1700s, how were witches most commonly executed in Europe? I keep changing the wording slightly, but the answer is still the same. Question number 2. In 1951, Eisenhower relieved which general of his command over the forces in Korea? One for Zach Works there. In 51, President Eisenhower relieved which general of his command over the forces in Korea? Should I mute the microphone when I have some beer? Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to try not to drink too many beers during this, but I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. This is real fun, but it's a lot. Thanks for showing up, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Question number 3. Who directed the movie Apollo 13? Question 3. Who directed the movie Apollo 13? Now is a perfect time to tell you that when it comes to people's names, all I care about is the last name, and I do not care about spelling. So one more time, who directed the movie Apollo 13? That was question 3. If I'm going too quickly, don't worry about it. As I say at the end of each round, I will post them up and you'll have 10 minutes to reread them, make sure everything looks good, and submit your answers within the 10 minutes. We're already freakishly ahead of schedule. There's no schedule. Question number 4. Which European dictator had a wife named Rachel or Rachel? Spelled R-A-C-H-E-L-E. Which European dictator had a wife named Rachel or Rochelle? Oh, my first ever mute for a burp there. Good times. Question 4, one last time. Which European dictator had a wife named Rochelle or Rachel? Question number 5. What is the full title of the first sequel to the comedy movie Airplane! Exclamation point. What is the full title of the first sequel to Airplane? Anything about movies where the answer is a sequel, like Star Wars or something, I give 1 point for the general right answer of, well, it's a Star Wars film, and 2 points if you get it exactly right. That's why the scores might not seem exactly what you expect, if anything a little higher when we do the scores at the end. Such is business, such is life. Question number 5, one last time. What is the full title of the first sequel to the comedy movie Airplane? I'll give you a hint. There's a colon. Question number 6. Which church was founded by Anton LaVey? Which church was founded by Anton LaVey? Cilantro. Oh, I just spotted a typo in one of my messages and it's going to drive me crazy. Question number 6, one more time. Which church was founded by Anton LaVey? Question 7. Wish I'd looked at this or thought about it ahead of time because this question is a terrible bummer. But, question 7. Which comic actor was shot to death by his wife, Bryn, in 1998? Which great comic actor was shot to death by his wife, Bryn, in 1998? One of the nice things about talking less between questions is there's fewer chances of me just mentioning the answer in conversation, which happens a lot. Hi, Dottie. Hi, Dottie. I would lift her up, but she would definitely knock everything over because he's a bad pup. Question 7, one last time. Which comic actor was shot to death by his wife, Bryn, in 1998? Question number 8. Who wrote Cat's Cradle and Slaughterhouse-Five? Name the author, last name only. All we need. Question 8. Who wrote Cat's Cradle and Slaughterhouse-Five? Also a good time to remind you that some of these questions are going to seem real easy and some real difficult depending on whether or not you already knew the answer. That's the best way of looking at trivia. You're only playing against some strangers or some drunk friends. So question 8, one last time. Who wrote Cat's Cradle and Slaughterhouse-Five? And question number 9. What specifically... this will be a 2-pointer. This will be a 2-pointer if you get it real specific. What was the name of the first computer released by Apple? What was the name of the first computer created by Apple? The first one they released. Just checking the levels to make sure my voice isn't too horrendous. Please let me know if, any adjustments need to be made. All that really matters is that you hear the question. Question number 9. What was the name of the first computer created by Apple? For those of you who mentioned in an email that I'm not wearing headphones and it would help me monitor myself, I am wearing headphones. They're built into my glasses. Question number 9 for the last time. What was the name of the first computer created by Apple? And finally, question number 10, the last question of this round. Again, you'll get a 10-minute window to email me your answers. Okay, question number 10. Born in 1862, by what name is Joseph Merrick best known? born in 1862, by what name is Joseph Merrick, Merrick, best known? Those were our 10 questions. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to put the questions up on the screen, close myself, and put on the timer. 10 minutes should be enough. Again, we're learning and growing. We'll see what happens next week. We'll be doing the same thing next week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So same time next week on Wednesday. It'll be Wednesdays in the future. Today was Tuesday. To be perfectly honest, I chose Tuesday because that's the day we used to do Trivia at Clever Dons, and it seemed like the right time. All right, bear with me one moment. I'm going to go away. Hey everyone, and we are back. Go ahead and submit your answers. I'll give you another minute or two to submit your answers for round number 2. Have round number 1 all scored. I'm not going to tell you how everyone scored. We only lost one team from the start, and we have 10 teams. The scores range from 5 to 10, which suits me down to the ground. No one got 0. No one got a perfect. Means I did my job. The next round is actually going to be the. Is there an echo? Is that an audio problem, or are you just a big fan of Amazon? Is there a second microphone that's been activated? Okay. Let's avoid comments that may be misinterpreted as a technical error, because I will always believe you. That's a dangerous thing to say. Let's do the answers first. Go ahead and submit your answers. The next round is actually, I'm going to change the order again. I'm going to do the movie round next because it takes the most work, and it'll give you a nice break from my horrible voice. I'll try and sort out what the echo is in between rounds. Could also be just my horrible tinny voice. So the next round will be the movie round, but let's go with the answers for round number 2 right this second. And that was the general knowledge round. Let's throw those answers up on the screen. During the 1700s, witches were typically hung. They were hanged, sorry. It's my own pet peeve when people say hung instead of hanged. Witches were hanged, not hung. Pictures are hung. Number 2, the general who was relieved of his command in Korea was General MacArthur, who directed the movie Apollo 13. That was Ron Howard. European dictator who had a wife named Rochelle or Rachel was Mussolini. The full title of the first sequel to Airplane was Airplane 2, the sequel. A lot of people put Par deux, which was a very good wrong answer. The church founded by Anton LaVey is the Church of Satan. The comic actor shot to death by his wife Brennan in 1998 is Phil Hartman. Who wrote Cat's Cradle and Slaughterhouse-Five? That's Kurt Vonnegut. The first Apple computer was the Apple or the Apple I. I accepted either. And finally, born in 1862, Joseph Merrick is better known as the Elephant Man. But not to David Lynch, who in the film The Elephant Man gave him the wrong first name and called him John Merrick. For goodness knows why David Lynch does anything except that he's incredible. We know what Hot Shots Par deux was. Come on. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those answers down. Okay, guys. Next up is the movie round. 10 movie clips. Name the movie. It couldn't be simpler. Apart from the fact that I decided to make it incredibly complicated. There may be technical issues. For example, little thing, I may get a copyright strike. We'll get plenty of warning to play this one time the whole way through. If I receive a strike, I'll give you the link to the Vimeo where you can watch it instead. All you need to do, first of all, is make sure your team name is at the top of, or in the subject line even better, of whatever emails you send to me. Again, that's at thequizmister@gmail.com. Also, if you could scroll up and find the link to the Indiegogo, or just go ahead and search for the Indiegogo for the Seattle Hospitality Emergency Fund. They're trying to raise money for people who can't work right now because of, life, everything. I hope this works. We'll see what we see. This is the movie round. There's obviously a theme. You'll see it from the start. I'm going to close everything else. Hopefully it starts playing. If there's a problem with the audio or the video, please tell me in the chat and I'll try and fix it on the fly. I'm hoping to not have to pause this because it'll lose something of the raison d'etre. This is my movie round. Everybody ready? I want to hear readies in the chat, please. That everyone's ready, because this I put a lot of work into and I really shouldn't have. It's a very silly thing. You're about to see a very silly thing. And we're ready. That's good enough for me. I told you how many teams we had. This will also give me a little chance to score. When this is done, I'll probably play it until they give me a copyright strike, and I'll also put the Vimeo link after I've played it once, so that you can scrub through it, so you can watch it at your heart's content. You can zoom. Do whatever you like. Bear with me. Here we go. It's going to cut to, very briefly, I'll be right back. Ignore it. It's then going to go into the movie round. Oh, wait, I just realized I need to close the chat. This is going to work. All right, and that's 3, 2.
Any message for Niall and Amanda on the big day?
Don't be going fucking doing stuff on their own like one of them couples, like, you know? Don't be afraid to have a few house parties, even if there's children involved. So I was around the house like that, drinking and drugging going on. It didn't do me any harm, you know?
We're going into the church now, lads. Can't wait. That's the mysterious what it is.
And she looking back at me. When the summer sends her ask her if she wants a lift. I back to the hotel, and if it goes well, finger on a shift. She says Fitzy tries a Mitzi, and he offered me a spin. And I have behind us, so I might just go with him. And Darren gave me said he'd bring me in his sober row. So what the fuck would make you think I'd wanna go with you? I said fuck your Honda Civic, drive a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. And fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse outside. She said I don't believe you, I said it's fucking true. I swapped him for a bag of Yorks in 1992. And I don't need insurance, I don't need no parking space. And if you try to clamp my horse, he'll kick you in the face. I don't pay no tax, fucking city. You'll arrive in style if you ride with me. And the boys are walking over, jingling their keys. I look the fuckers up and down and get on one of these. I say fuck your Honda Civic, drive a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. And fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse outside. Giddy up now, baby, bless my soul. I rode the fuck around the field back since he was a fool. He runs a bit like Shelgar, and he jumps like Tiernan Og. He looks like Billy Piper after half an ounce coke. And the boys are looking jealous as I lead you one away. And just before I close the door, I look at her and say, would you be my girl? And she says, I will, of course, if you grab me by the ponytail and ride me like a horse. Yeah, fuck your Honda Civic, I have a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. Fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse. Now, baby, get it up now, baby. Get it up, get it up, get it up. But you can back up, baby. Get it up, but you can own it, own it. Get it up. I know you're about to get it back, so get it up, get it up, get it up. But you can get it up, yeah. Taking the boat to fine. You wanna know Salah? I'm gonna take you out to Mullingar.
Pretty sure that worked. Can everyone see that okay and hear it okay? I'm going to go ahead and post the link to that right now. It's on Vimeo. I'll keep playing it on loop here, since it worked. Why wouldn't I do that? Just name the movies. That's all you have to do. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was made on Het Film. over an absurd amount of time. The name of the song is The Rubber Bandit. It's by the Rubber Bandits. The name of the song is Horse Outside. It's incredible and has one of the strangest music videos ever. I should have warned you that it's so sweary. I will just play it on a loop for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to take a little break, do some scoring, but I will put up the 10-minute warning once you have 10 minutes in order to submit your answers for the movie round. Again, all you need to do is name the movie. Simple as that. Okay, I'm going to give you. Feel free to keep asking questions. I'll be on the chat. Thank you all for coming again. I appreciate it very much. Let's try that again, shall we?
Any message for Niall and the man on the big day?
Don't be going fucking doing stuff on their own like one of them couples, like, you know. Like, don't be afraid to have your house parties, even if there's children involved. So I was around the house like that, drinking and drugging going on. It didn't do me any harm, you know.
We're going into the church now, lads. Can't wait. That's the mysterious what it is.
I'm at Amanda's wedding in a church on Thomas Street. I'm looking at a bridesmaid and she looking back at me. And when the service sends, I ask her if she wants a lift. I back to the hotel and if it goes well, finger on a shift. She says Fancy tries a Mitzi and he offered me a spin. And I have a hand eye, so I might just go with him. And Darren gave me said he'd bring me in his sober row. So what the fuck would make you think I'd wanna go with you? I said, fuck your Honda Civic, drive a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. And fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse outside. She said, I don't believe you. I said, it's fucking true. I swapped him for a bag of Yorks in 1992. And I don't need insurance, I don't need no parking space. And if you try to clap my horse, he'll kick you in the face. I don't pay no tax, fucking city. You'll arrive in style if you ride with me. And the boys are walking over, jingling their keys. I look the fuckers up and down and get on one of these. I say, fuck your Honda Civic, drive a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. And fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse outside. Giddy up now, baby, bless my soul. I rode the fuck around the field back since he was a fool. He runs a bit like Shelgar, and he jumps like Tillman Hogg. He looks like Billy Piper after half an ounce coke. And the boys are looking jealous as I lead you one away. And just before I close the door, I look at her and say, would you be my girl? And she says, I will, of course, if you grab me by the ponytail and ride me like a horse. Yeah, fuck your Honda Civic, I have a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside. Fuck your Mitsubishi, I have a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I have a horse. Now, baby, get it up now, baby. Get it up, get it up, get it up. But you can back up, baby. Get it up, but you own it, own it. Get it up. I know you're about to get it back, so get it up, get it up, get it up. But you get it up, yeah. Chicken and boat fine. You wanna know Salah? I'm gonna take you out to Mullingar.
And that's us. Can everyone hear me okay? No changes in the audio, I hope. Please submit your answers for round number 3. That's the movie round. We're just about to do the reveal of the answers. Other than that, everything seems to be going pretty swimmingly. Alright, I think we have the last... We're only waiting on one team to submit their answers. I keep muting the microphone because what I forgot about my super clicky keyboard is that it's really clicky. Let's see here. And can we do this? Took a second. Alright, so it should be muted. The first movie is Goodfellas. One of the, it's a good film. It's got a bunch of good stuff in it. Movie number 2, which is going to pop in a second. I have no way of scrubbing through this, so it'll just play in the background and I'll just keep saying the answers. Movie 1's Goodfellas. I spent far too much time on this. I really did. And I only did the wedding theme because of that Rubber Bandit song, to be perfectly honest. Movie number 2 is Muriel's Wedding. The very odd ABBA-based Australian romantic drama, 12 question marks, from one of the funniest scenes ever. Movie number 3, which should be coming in a second, of Julia Roberts having a very, very bad day, is Steel Magnolias. Steel Magnolias, unfortunately, is a film I only saw for the first time last year, but on the plus side, I got to see it in the theater, and it was terrific. It's an absolutely incredible film, although very play-y. And if you've seen it, you know what I mean. It's very play-y. Movie number 4. So it's my show. I gave a point for both the words James Bond and if you named any James Bond film, which almost everyone just did, which is fine by me. But the correct answer is On Her Majesty's Secret Service. It's the one where James Bond gets married to the beautiful Diana Rigg. That last film was Joe versus the Volcano with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. One of the many films with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, but the only one in which Meg Ryan plays, I believe, 3 different roles. It's a real coup d'etat. Moonrise Kingdom was the next one. Number 6 was Moonrise Kingdom. Again, another a movie I really have a lot of affection for. This round got too hard because I was too married to the theme, which was a mistake. This is Night at the Roxbury. A film I have never seen. That's all I have. Never seen it. Looks good. Looks fine. Before Will Ferrell vanished up his own arse. The next movie is easily the most difficult one. Easily the most difficult. Because now the one with the woman having an unfortunate wedding is 16 Candles. It's not the biggest scene, but it was the most wedding-y one, and I was afraid that other than the James Bond one, it might have been a little easy for some people. It wasn't, but that was kind of across the board, so don't worry. Whispering works, right? That's a thing they do on the internet. Anyway, this movie is Spy Kids, the original Spy Kids. This is how they introduce the idea that their parents are spies, by showing this extended, incredible escape scene which not only has Danny Trejo in it, but one of the other groomsmen there is the creator of King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge. It's just a terrific scene. And the final one, which it cuts to very briefly at the end. This looks just lovely. Very briefly, I just realized I'm not in this, and I thought I was talking to the camera. Nah, fuck it. Just a second. Where's my immersion? There I am. The final one is The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's the after the wedding, after the sex scene, when they sing Age of Aquarius just before the end credits. I think it's an especially funny scene. I'm going to go back to the regular screen. You can feel free to rewatch it if you wanted to. The Vimeo, I don't really care. I would put it up on YouTube, but it'll definitely get a copyright strike for that song, which again is Rubber Bandits' Horse Outside. I would watch that and the video of them on the Late Late Show. All right, just bear with me 1 second. Let's go back to the station. All right. So, oops. Did no one mention that nothing was... Be cool, guys. It's the Popo. All right. Can everyone hear me? I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to fret.
have a look and see if we mix the mics correctly. Okay, so yeah, that checks out. Thank you very much. Did you hear the answers? I wasn't sure. At least that was something. I'll only not do that ever again, because I would like to keep doing this, because this is very nice and fun. Here's the final round. We've done all the answers. Can anyone hear me? Because that would seem, let's say, ideal. No? Ruh-roh. Oof. Alright, that's exactly what I thought would happen, and at least it happened after the round was over. In future, I will play shitty ukulele versions of whatever. That was close. I wasn't sure how to come back if it had been just struck off. I said a bunch. By the way, in general, content ideas enter the chat is not sufficient for me to be able to stop talking and realize that I've been caught off the internet. I'm like, Christian Slater in Bump Up the Volume. Only, you know, me. The final round is on mythological creatures, myths and monsters. You're not seeing anything? Is everyone else seeing something? Because you seem to have very bad internet. I think we've transitioned correctly. Let's move to the... Yep. As far as I can see, everything looks groovy. Alright. But if you can hear, that's the main thing. If you think about it, how trivia works, why would you want to see me? That's why I made this so small. Because people kept telling me I had to show my face. But I didn't want to. This is the final round. For a lot of people, it's going to be the most difficult. Yeah, even after that. Mythical and legendary creatures. I hope you've sent me your answers to the previous round, since we just read out the answers. Mythological and legendary creatures, question number 1. Which creature from folklore was created by the Rabbi Judah Lo Ben Bezalel? Bezalel or Bezalel? I saw 2 translations. Which creature from folklore was created by the Rabbi Judah Lo Ben Bezalel? I'll repeat every question 3 times as usual, and then I'll throw them up on the screen right at the end. I've gotten everything scored up to this point, which I'm as surprised as you are. As I say, next week, I'm going to do this next Wednesday again. If you guys want to try it again, we'll keep going. As long as this is going on, it's very nice to have a bit of company, especially when you can't talk. This is very much the ideal trivia for me in many, many, many ways. Tonight's trivia is brought to you by Lamotrigine. Lamotrigine. What? I have bipolar disorder and an autism spectrum disorder? That actually makes a lot of sense. Lamotrigine. Question number 1 for the last time. Which creature from folklore was created by the Rabbi Judah Lo Ben Bezalel? Should have just said Rabbi Judah. People, if you're going to know it, you're going to know it. Number 2. For a possible 3 points, for reasons that should become obvious, for a possible 3 points, a full jackalope is a combination of which 3 animals? For 1 point each, a jackalope is traditionally a combination of what 3 animals? Can I put interesting things up? Is there something fun we should be looking at? It's all good. Question number 2. And this, again, mythical and legendary creatures round. A jackalope is a combination of what 3 animals? For 1 point a piece. Question number 3. In which American city is the TV show Medium set? In which American city is the TV show Medium set? There's an episode of Medium that takes place inside the movie Night of the Living Dead. It's a thing everyone should know. Night of the Living Dead, Medium, look it up. It's real crazy. Patricia Arquette is the blonde in the movie. Question. Who's the spy? You're talking about when I got narked in. Tights will be got. Question number 3. Final time. In which American city is the show Medium set? Question 4. There are 2 names given to mythological birds with women's faces for 1 point apiece. What are those 2 names? What 2 names are given to birds with women's faces in both Greek and, I think, Greek and Roman mythology? But that's their origin. What 2 names for possible 2 points are given to birds with women's faces? Shouldn't touch my face. Or bang the table. Question number 4 for the last time. Which 2 names are given to birds with women's faces in mythology? Question number 5. Question 5. Which animal was believed to have been an unnatural hybrid between a leopard and a camel by the Greeks and the Romans, both being equally dumb for once? Which animal was believed to have been an unnatural hybrid between a camel and a leopard? It was believed by both the Greeks and the Romans for time. I wish we had music sometimes. Just kidding. You're in your own home. You have your own music. Put that on. It'll sound great. It'll sound great. Next time I'm going to do this with my headphones actually playing music, and it's going to be class. 5 for the last time. Which animal was believed to have been an unnatural hybrid between a camel and a leopard by the Greeks and the Romans? Question number 6. Name the cannibalistic spirit which could possess humans and terrified the Algonquin people of North America. What is the name given to the cannibal spirit which could possess humans and terrify the Algonquin people of North America? We'll see. We'll see about the copyright strikes. Might still keep getting a little daring. If I find a way around it, believe me, I'll tell you. I would be streaming on Twitch as well, except some bastard already took Quizmister. And the really crappy thing is there's a small chance I created a new email address and did it myself when I was drunk. And no, it's not. It was a different time. It was a different time. Question 6 for the last time. Name the cannibalistic spirit which could possess humans and terrify the Algonquin people of North America. I keep banging the table. I'm going to try harder next time. Question number 7. On which Greek island would you have found the Minotaur? On which Greek island would you have found the Minotaur, if it existed? In mythology, on which Greek island would you have found the Minotaur or Minotaur? Seven for the last time. Yeah. 7 for the last time. On which Greek island would you have found the Minotaur? Question number 8. Question number 8. Which cryptid being a folklore creature, like Bigfoot, which cryptid's name means goat sucker? Which cryptid's name means goat sucker? Yeah, I don't know how many domains I've secretly registered for. In 1998, I wrote a blurb for the school paper that just had a bunch of websites that are still available. And the joke was that they were all absurd. Every single one of them has been taken, including insect sex, which I thought was hilarious, but I was very dumb. I just realized, no, I was 16 or 17. All right, next question. Question 8 for the last time. Which cryptid's name literally means goat sucker? Especially the new people, if you have trouble with my accent, feel free to say so, and I will say the question slower and, better. Question number 9. Which beautiful animal from Greek myth was actually the offspring of Poseidon and Medusa? One of those on-the-fly bonuses I used to do all the time. Question number 9. Which beautiful animal from Greek myth was actually the offspring of Poseidon and Medusa? And for a bonus point, what kind of mythological creature was Medusa? She isn't a Medusa, like a Dracula. She was Medusa, and she was a what? What kind of mythological creature? Question 9 with bonus again. Question 9. Which beautiful animal from Greek myth was actually the offspring of Poseidon and Medusa? And the bonus question was, what kind of mythological creature is Medusa? She's not a Medusa. Her actual name is Medusa, but what kind of mythological creature is she? Question number 10. Question 10. Which two animals, one real, one mythical, appear on the royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? To a lesser extent. For 1 point apiece, name the two animals, one real, one mythical, that appear on the royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom. Nearly gave an interesting fact that was actually about the answer. I stopped myself. Getting better at this. It's only been 2 hours. Again, we'll do the same thing again next Wednesday at 7 p.m. if you care to join me. If you don't, no problem at all. I had fun. This was lovely. But I will be doing the same thing with the same kind of overly ambitious movie round, except with different music. Very different music. I also did a version of it with the radio edit and an instrumental version, just in case. Just in case. After last time, question 10. Which two animals appear on the royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom? One of those animals is real. One is mythical. Email your answers to thequizmister@gmail.com. There might be a little longer break after the 10-minute warning, just because I'll be scoring. Won't be any longer than another 10 minutes maximum, although I've said that before. Again, there's no prizes, but I'll give the final answers, final scores. Feels weird not saying and who won the money right after that. But we'll see what we can do. The future's bright. I'll be right back. Alright. And now we're back. Let me just go back to another screen. Wunderbar. Alright, everybody. I am finished with scoring. So we have a bunch of ties. But the final answers I'll start with, and I'll give the final scores. That was a good one. For the first time, I had a bunch of just great wrong answers. I guess most generated by you using voice to text, because the first time, oh, let me throw them up on the screen. That should do the trick. Answer to question number 1: the creature from folklore created by Rabbi Judah was the golem. Spelled a bunch of different ways, but one of them isn't. Golumn, like the word column, but with G. Number 2, a jackalope is actually a combination of 3 animals. You usually only see the rabbit or the antelope, but its tail, when you do see it, is that of a pheasant or deer. Either one. I actually looked it up again just a second ago and didn't realize deer was an acceptable alternative. Number 3, I loved very much because in which American city is the show Medium set? The theme is mythical and legendary creatures. The answer is Phoenix. Number 4, the 2 names given to birds with women's faces are the siren and the harpy. The animals believed to be a combination of a camel and a leopard, or the giraffe. The wendigo is the Algonquin people's equivalent of many of our monsters. On which Greek island will you find the Minotaur? Crete. Which cryptid's name means goat sucker? That's the chupacabra. Which beautiful animal from Greek myth was actually the offspring of Poseidon and Medusa? That is Pegasus. And it's not written here because I just decided to ask it on the fly. Medusa is a Gorgon. Gorgon. She's one of, I believe, the 3 Gorgons. And finally, the 2 animals that appear on the royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom, one real, one mythical, is the lion and the unicorn. The unicorn represents Scotland, I believe, because the official national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. A unicorn, an animal that very much doesn't exist. Let's see about the final scores. In reverse order, as is traditional among our people. Let's get rid of this nonsense. It's bugging me. Yes, it's much nicer to see a big fake spaceship. In, I believe, 10th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th place, 10 teams. Thank you so much. In 10th place, with 23 points, are Tiger Tracks, who definitely would have won if they hadn't ducked out before the last round. Boo. In 9th place, with 26 points, is the Venetian Pirate Queen, who I happen to know is playing solo, and still got 26 points. Honestly, with about 8 points would have placed out of 10. With 27 points, and in 8th place are Booty and the Hoefish. Next up with 27 points, no, wait a second, I apologize. Yeah, 27 points for Booty and the Hoefish. 28, well, probably be a weekly reminder to you guys of what the word Barry rhymes with. For example, it doesn't rhyme in the team name Barry, quite contrary. It is a great way of demonstrating the weird pronunciation of my name. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I should number these in future. In 7th place are Annie, Get Your Guillotine. I'm not going to look at the chat. In 6th place, tied with 34 points, are Scumps and the Covidiots. In joint 3rd place, actually, with 35 points, are... Oh, fuck you. Very nice to see you again, Deep Fryers. 35 points. That's about right? They are tied for 3rd place with... You placed, so you get it. Downtown Hufflepuff Power Hour. Downtown, I don't like being recorded saying that, but such is life. Which means that in 2nd place with 37 points, missing out on 1st place by 1 point. One of these people is a single-person team, and the other's an 8-person team, which completely ruins the surprise for, in 2nd place, the Crash Craddock, and in 1st place, Team SeaTac. Thank you all very, very much for playing. I think I'm going to leave on a high. I'll do the same thing next Wednesday at 7. I'll put another event up on the Face Cool. There's no judgment on Webby. And other than that, please let me know what I could do better. If you've got an idea for a format change or even just an idea for a round, I'd very, very much appreciate it. I'm not going to outstay my welcome. Thank you all very much. I promise there'll be music next. No, there won't. There'll never be music. There will never be music. Not just because of the copyright thing, but you at home, if you've got friends over, shouldn't have to listen to my terrible choice of copyright-free music, which is invariably going to be scratchy records lifted from archive.org and treated in no way whatsoever and presented as though, presented like a dead bird on your doorstep. Bye. Thank you all very much.